perhaps Flipside are going to be showing us a new Markloff under the leadership of Blade. So let's have a look. We are jumping into the pistol here. And again, it's already up one map here for Virtus.pro, 16-2 on Mirage. Flipside on CT looking to get a better start now.
Yeah, you mentioned how Virtus.pro had the CZ going for them at Katowice, and the current state at the Tech 9 is kind of even as to how it was back then. The Tech 9 is so strong, and we're seeing two of them on Virtus.pro right now. Taz and Snacks have the firepower in their hand. Looking like they're just hanging out towards B right now, spotting how many players Flipside have over there. Playing it passive, just get as much intel as they can, and then decide where they want to hit.
Pasha looking like he wants to get some information here and just harass a little bit. They're neither team has any idea what's going on right now, but that grenade could have done a lot more. Did a fair chunk of damage, but in goes Virtus.pro, up CT Arch, looking for that split onto the B site, but there's 3 CTs here. Doesn't matter to Pasha, they're able to roll on by. Take down well done, there's still more on the bomb site though. But they are getting weaker and weaker, and they're yet to drop a man from Virtus.pro as they surround the bomb site. But actually, they are deciding to take the bomb back to A, or were they? I'm not sure exactly how. Virtus.pro seem to be very indecisive at the moment, not sure whether to take B or go back, and now finally going back to A after they realized that Flipside have a really strong line at the back of the B bomb site, which was enough, it would seem, to take that defense. But who do we have here on the bench? It's going to be Snacks with that Tech 9, able to take down Bondic as he moves up from Banana, but there's still 2 players left for Neo to deal with. What a weird round this has been.
Yeah, Flipside, they just gave up all control of A and decided to rotate down towards mid. Virtus.pro had a hard time getting onto that B site. They were able to get the entry frags but not get the bomb down. Rotating back, and there it is. Simple finding the last frag, and really strange round. So much indecision from the Polish side. As Flipside able to hold that B site. It's not often you see a team commit to one site and then realize, yeah, no, we can't get on here. We're just going to have to go back to the A site.
The weird thing, though, is that they could have. They had like 5 guys. This is 2 at the back of the site. It's Virtus.pro. Just run at them. Just run at them and then shoot them in the face.
Run at them with the Tech 9s as well.
Exactly. So that's a very bizarre situation for us to find ourselves in. Perhaps a bit of a mix of communication. Perhaps that could have just confused the players. One player calling one thing, one player calling another. It's hard to say exactly how Virtus.pro managed their calling, how much responsibility and weight certain players can have in certain parts of the round as regards to the decisions that they make. But still, it did seem like there was a bit of a problem there. Either way, Tech 9 armor, as you said, and that's certainly going to be something that will be quite scary for Flipside. But they know that it's going to be coming from Virtus.pro. In fact, they don't actually. This is a bit of, that said, actually, this is a bit of a surprise considering they got the bomb down. So Flipside probably expecting them to actually go full save here. And they haven't, Virtus.pro haven't yet given away what they're holding. So
they've just given away that they have a few grenades here and there. We've seen quite a few smokes out and flashbangs from Virtus.pro. They're going to try going around towards Ruins. They trade 1 for 1, dropping Markelov. They're going to pick up his P90. The team frag coming in there from Neo is not going to help things. As Snacks going to be pushing up mid, gets the kill onto Blade. And Simple holding this B site yet again. It was strong last time round. He's already got 1 here. Looking for more. Bialy is lurking. He is the last man standing with the Tech 9. Gets the headshot. He doesn't have the bomb though. He's going to need to rotate round and pick that one up. And now he's going to have to try and defend 2 versus 1.
Unfortunately, he can't reach that M4, but he has got the Tech 9. That's a quick frag on pull, but that's what he's going to get. 2-0 now for Flipside, as they received heavy losses there. If Virtus.pro actually got the bomb down, they would have been in an equal economic situation, would have been able to buy up AKs. And you can see Flipside with their buy now, not the best buy in the world, but they'll have to do for now. And have Patch on a little aim practice now, playing the bells. Thanks, Pasha. That was enlightening.
It was a masterpiece. But as you said, Flipside, they weren't suspecting the Tech 9 buy, and because of that, they can now go for this weaker buy with only a pistol on World Edit because they know Virtus.pro is going to be a weak buy, but letting Taz get into Boiler like that, getting the headshot and the FAMAS.
Pasha's really trigger happy today. I mean, shooting the bells, the chickens.
Nothing stands in his way.
This guy. So, Virtus.pro quite low. Snacks on 4 HP. Big chunk of damage done to Pasha, Bialy, and Neo. So They're actually going to back away with that frag. They got the Famas on Taz as well. They got an incendiary picked up also in the hands of Taz. He's going to be causing some trouble towards A and hopefully allowing for his team a 4-on-2 situation towards the B bomb site, just for as long as he can hold them off at A. And it's going to be the push in as we have Markloff defending quite excellently, but he's only got 13 health. In comes Bialy for the finish, and he will get it. But still, there's an extra player who has rotated, and Bialy's going to have to deal with him. P250 does get the quick kill. It's a great job there from Bialy as he gets the bomb planted. And Bonnic's going to be rolling around now, looking for that 1-on-2. So he's got quite a bit of time here, even despite not having a kit at the moment. Just going to go for a quick fake, but Taz guns him down in the back. And Virtus.pro pick up the round. That's actually really surprising. They basically had just a couple of P250s, and everything that they had to throw was picked up off the dead bodies of the CTs. So this is crippling.
Yeah, once Taz was able to grab that at FAMAS, he was just acting as a distraction towards the A site, forcing players to just stay on there, making sure that he isn't too much of a threat. As you said, the incendiary that he had forced Bondic out of pit and had to come out into the open, and he probably called to his teammate, look, they're coming towards this A site, we need someone else over here, and it was just down to Markelov to defend the B site. Once he was gone, it was easy pickings for Virtus.pro, and we now see Pasha with the big green gun in his hands, slowly walking towards B.
And he's going to find himself the pick onto Markelov as well. So they know that they don't have any money, so they're going to be worried about a potential stack here. You can see that they are just trying to work their way up together in these positions. And there's a frag, but it's traded by Pasha, so no weapon there for Flipside to pick up, as Taz uses that range on middle. And the bomb is going to go down on B. So this should be pretty easy for Virtus.pro to clean up the rest of the players here. See a quick shot there by Pasha as well. Bondic has, in the meanwhile, picked up the AK that was on the floor. And he will be looking to try to save this, I should think, as he's got quite a lot of value, including the smoke. That's $3,000 basically on him right now. He knows the player might be coming for him, and there it is. Great job by Bialy to hunt him down and remove the $3,000 in his hands. But get the buy coming in from Flipside. It's going to be a weak buy, a very weak buy.
Yeah, they're going for this one. They could have decided to save one more. Just maybe half-bought pistol armor, but deciding to force it. We see Simple going bare with no armor, just an M4 in his hand. Everyone else pretty weak. They have a good amount of grenades and flashbangs to try and hold off the initial push from Virtus.pro, but once those disappear, it's going to be hard for the CTs to really halt the push of Virtus.
Seems like Bondic's more trigger happy than than Pasha was. That was the best thing about Source, is that you could shoot pretty much everything, and then there would be like a response. But also it made it like really horrible, as a CPU requirement-wise, all the physics going on. Anyway, looks like we're going to have a pretty standard opening to the round here. Virtus.pro just taking over control of Banana straight away. And Flipside have been showing more or less essentially the most passive of setups, the most default and vanilla of setups that you can possibly have on this map. So not really showing anything, any variations, any aggressions, just allowing Virtus.pro to kind of just peek into the choke points, forcing them into these deep angles where they have nice engagements. The problem is, though, that Flipside are going to get the information late as to what Virtus.pro are really doing, and that's really the big downside of playing in this way. But if they have a good defense, then it shouldn't matter all that much. Virtus.pro is certainly not going to get any picks here, and we can see Pasha even taken down to 3 HP when he was trying to get his pick attempt going.
Yep, they're trying to hit quad side now. Able to deal damage on Blade. He will fall. As Pasha still with this AWP, as you said, tagged down to a mere 3 HP. He needs to be extremely careful as Bondic now falls, and Virtus.pro, they're just ploughing their way onto that A-bomb site, and Markelov and Simple, they're going to want to save these two guns.
Ooh, Simple getting tagged there, and we can see that they are going to get to safety, but Virtus.pro know exactly where they are, and considering how many members are alive, they might even commit a few here to get the hunt going as well, as their money is going to be looking so good, and they know Flipside and they force the eco. So the next round should be pretty safe for them. And then they go, already taking down Markelov. Simple, surely his life is not going to last all that longer. He does get snuffed out, and Virtus.pro effectively remove all the weapons, and now with the eco Flipside, they are going to be in a really tough spot, because it's just going to be free extra economy here for Virtus.pro, assuming that Virtus.pro don't lose all their weapons somehow or take a lot of damage. And we see all just all of the Flipside guys buying P250s, keeping themselves within the next within the range of money where they can buy well in the following rounds. However, not going for a stack or anything like that, just keeping it pretty much exactly the same setup-wise as when they had rifles. Just moving down the middle a little bit. Gonna get caught out by Bialy.
Yeah, and that early aggression now completely depleted from Flipside. Although we have one guy pushed up a little bit here into apartments. Pasha still with this AWP, just finding the pick on B, getting the intel. Although coming out of Boiler, I was going to say Blade could be dangerous. He's able to pick up one. Going to get taken down though, but with the P250s, you're only really looking to get frags and trades. That's exactly what's going to happen. Just 2 men left now. Marklov though, he's picked up the AWP of Pasha, so that's pretty big for them.
Yeah, if he can keep that AWP alive, that's certainly going to be helpful. Simple's going to see if he can get some extra damage done over here, but Snax should have an easy frag here. There it is. Snax does get the kill. In the meanwhile, Marklov just playing defensively with the AWP and does get the shot onto Taz to keep himself alive, but he's got 2 more players oncoming, and great job there from Neo. Does take him down. Definitely worth the investment there. But now we get Flipside in with their full buy again, and Virtus.pro has been starting off quite strong here, and this is getting quite scary considering how Flipside got completely dominated on Mirage, 16-2. To have such a shaky start on CT is certainly quite a problem, and Pasha's going to be picking up the AWP here again for Virtus.pro. And do we get the same plays here from Flipside? It looks like, yeah, they're just playing it super vanilla, just keeping it really defensive. And in the previous rounds, Pasha's not been all that great on getting these opening picks, but eventually he is.
Yeah.
And then
just needs time to warm up. He's been mainly going towards the B site to try and open that one up. But we've seen Virtus.pro have a little bit of a struggle over there initially in the pistol round. That's kind of gone on through the rest of them. They've been to this A site a little bit more often. As Pasha now forced back 2 mollies and a flash, means that he's not going to go in anywhere near the top of mid just yet. Although he's going to get this entry frag onto World Edit. So they have opened up this just a little bit. There are 2 more players. One of them being Blade, gets 1 frag, but they do trade it with Neo and Bondik here. A little bit out in the open, it has to be said. It's just down to Marklov and Simple. Try and retake this 1 2 versus 4. Pasha though, very low on 5 HP. They're just going to run away and try and save these again, but their saves in the past haven't been too great. They've always been hunted down by VP. VP have 4 members. They could go and deny these weapons yet again.
so this is kind of the problem as well, is that both rounds we just saw an exact clone of the previous round essentially, and if it's to go that way again, we're going to see both of these players trying to save die, and then this time it's even worse because we'll have to eco on the following rounds. I think they could actually force, considering the consecutive the round loss bonus, but it depends whether they want to force or not. But yeah, so
Ooh.
I think Virtus.pro working out that they also don't really need banana presence either. They can have extra players towards middle and just slowly bully their way into the A bomb site. It doesn't seem like Flipside are having a strong enough response on the defense there, and they're not getting any pickoffs early on in the round. They're not forcing any duels or damage battles on banana. They're not restricting options from Virtus.pro. They're not getting an opportunity to understand what's going on a little bit before it happens. And this time they go for a bit of aggression, but immediately Taz is going to get the pick. But this is the save here from Flipside, despite having a few nades on Blades. And they go for the rotation, but it is just like shooting fish in a barrel here for Virtus.pro, competing for these frags. That's a nice shot onto Pasha to take him down, but that weapon is not going to be easily retrievable. We have someone in partners here. It is, I think it's, it's Bondik. Ooh, might be able to get something sneaky here going on. Let's have a look. Bondik going to turn the corners here and attack the flank. And oh no, ran past the players, but oh no, how did he get nothing there? That is absolutely heartbreaking there for Bondik. But never mind, it is going to be Virtus.pro with 4 rounds ahead now, 6-2, and you can really see that round loss bonus coming into play. Lots of cash there. Well done it on the AWP.
It was so close for Bondic there. Such a shame he wasn't able to just get one frag. Virtus.pro players were all pretty low, and now we're seeing the double AWP come out from Flipside. This could be where it becomes dangerous. They're playing simple towards B, going for the quick pick, trying to go aggro against Pasha. They're not pushing up too far just yet, Virtus.pro. Pasha now going towards mid. Gets one, Bialy gets the second. Nice crossfire from those two. It's now just one player left on this A bomb site. It is Bondic playing from pit. He's going to have a lot of players to contend with. Can't contend with 4 at a time. And our flip side going to go for the default save.
It's happening again every single round. They just get into the A bomb site really easily. I mean, just if we look at just how they managed to entry into middle there, that's just like the most textbook entry I've ever seen in my life. Got Pasha on one angle, and then as the action's about to happen and we get potential peek from the CTs, the cover is there for Pasha with his teammate on the other angle to keep his auto safe. I mean, it's super simple. We're going to flash each other in to hunt down these remaining players, but it's getting easier and easier to go for these hunts here because Virtus.pro's the money is getting better and better. Simple's left over here and might be able to get quite a few frags from this position with the AWP. Let's get another one picked up. That's 2 in the bag for him. That's all he's going to get though, and can still buy, but this time it's going to be a little bit worse. But they can't afford not to buy at this point. They just have to buy every single round. There's just no choice. And Virtus.pro 5 rounds ahead, 7-2. This is looking like a monster T-half from them.
It's looking like a repeat of the first match, sorry, on Mirage, which did end 16-2. We're currently at 7-2 here. There's definitely potential for VP to match that score. Flip side, though, they're on the favourable side. You really expect more than mere 20% of the rounds won on the CT side. But as you said, they're just playing bog standard, and Virtus.pro, they're just able to get these entry frags. They know exactly where the flip side members are playing without having to see them. So they trade 1-for-1 to start here for flip side. Blade getting another on the board. But he will fall.
So there's something that's really interesting about this, and it's the fact that there is lots of ways for Flipside to actually adjust to this. We see in this round they're going to get a bit of a better series of engagements there. They're going to finally win some of the Angels. It's not something they've been doing all that consistently though, but here it is, finally Simple able to pick up the bomber, and Virtus.pro looking for the first time to be in some trouble. It's Taz in a 1-on-2. He's got 40 seconds left to play with. However, it is possible for him to actually find some of these 1-on-1s. You see Simple just spotting there, just with those jumps over the wagon, with a blue truck. And Taz, he's got no nades left to play with. He does have an AK though, and he might just, pixel there. Indeed he does, and that's going to be enough to give him the edge in that little duel against Simple. And Bondic is going to take him down from an unknown position, and you're going to get a pause from Blade. And this is going to be So this is going to be a good chance for me to draw on the map, because something that Envy were doing, I think, again, I can't remember which team that they were doing it against. Oh yeah, Titan. I think it was against Titan, or it was Titan against Envy, whichever way. So the way that timings work out on a map like this, depending on the team, some teams, what they like to do is they like to put 3 players into Banana very quickly, and I saw Hellraisers doing this a lot as well with their new lineup. And this way, you can really make sure that you're safe against quick kind of B take timings or banana take timings from the terrorist players, because it's really easy if we just look how close range that is for them to just take quite a few players up there, just take solid control of this area, and then force the TTs to play from this position, which is quite nice then, because then you've restricted the information that they are able to play with. And but if you have 3 players here at the start of the round, you can more effectively trade, you can more effectively take banana, you can even get the smoke at the bottom of banana to then really take it. And then what we would see with a lot of these teams that do start off with 3 is that then, if let's say you've got your 2 players and an AWPer, then you leave 1 guy here, and you rotate everybody back to A. Because of the way the timing works, it's much less likely that teams will actually hit A really, really fast. And then the way that teams tend to adjust to this is they say, okay, there is a slim possibility that maybe they will hit A really fast, and then we're gonna have 3 people over at B, and we're gonna look like fools. But what we'll do then is we'll have 2 players playing towards quad. So if they do an A-take strategy where they try to isolate the guy on Arch, well, he's going to be isolated anyway, so with the smokes. So at least we still have good defense on the quad or kind of truck site areas. So at the moment, what we're seeing from Flipside is every single round, they've just been playing 2 players here, 1 player here, and 2 players there. And Virtus.pro are seeing the same thing every single round. So they're just kind of rinse and repeat with what works. And Flipside are kind of at their mercy in that sense.
Yeah. there was actually one round as well where Pasha went towards B to try and get the opening frag with the AWP, but he didn't spot anything because they know they're playing from site. But just in case Flipside did play one aggressive, he then just fell straight back to mid, got the opening frag in mid, and able to go straight onto that A site. So we're seeing the same Flipside tactics straight every round.
Yeah, it's definitely leaves a little bit to be desired as far as the complexity goes on the CT side. But I mean that's fine because you can stick to the basics and try to execute them really well. But at the moment, what we're seeing is just good execution from Virtus.pro. Like Pasha's like hitting his entries with the AWP, and then that's just enough where he's got a good support to either trade or they put themselves in situations where they have more players attacking the CTs and the CTs have to defend and they get the trades and then they usually come out on top. So it's just quite a simple counter-strike. And I feel like against really top teams, and this is one of the reasons why Envious and Fnatic and so on are so good at the moment, is that they have this ability to, especially on the CT side, be able to not only mix up their strategies and the pace of their CT play, and whether they're pushing more on this side of the map or that side of the map, or then going ultra passive, but keeping you guessing essentially, but also the ability for them to actually push aggressively and get kills and stop kind of what the plan was for the Ts before they can actually execute it. So you're forcing them to then make a mid-round call. So then how strong is their mid-round calling then? Because some teams, they're really good at saying, I know there's I can't remember which Danish team it was, but it was a Danish team that said, I think it was, okay, I can't remember which one it was. And it's a really hard Danish teams because they will mix and match anyway. But one of them said, okay, we're really, really good when we get to execute what our plan is. But as soon as we hit mid-rounds, when something goes wrong,
our playbook goes out the window.
Screwed. Exactly. And this was a reason apparently for switching Fetish out and getting Karrigan in because their mid-round was so bad. That was the idea behind that. So that's one of the things that you have to do. You can't let Virtus.pro execute what they want every single time. Like you can't do that, right? It's asking for trouble. It's asking for trouble. So we do have a pause. It is a VAC authentication error, I do believe. So we will be getting the last Markov back onto the server very shortly. Other than that, do you expect Flipside to have or be stronger on T side? Do you expect them to have a way back into the match?
The past 10 rounds or anything to go by, you can't really expect anything too special from Flipside. And if Virtus.pro just have the momentum going, 16-2 first map, currently 7-3 on T side Inferno, it's going to be really hard for Flipside to have any mental capacity to keep going and try and get some rounds on the board.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I would have expected more potential as well for some kind of more out there plays from Flipside, but maybe there's this idea now that you've got lots more talent on the team. Maybe what's happening now is a talent. I'm kind of like I'm not trying to like make a huge generalization based on like just one map, but just as for the sake of throwing ideas out there, because we've seen it in the past. When you like regiment players who need freedom too much, for example, like Simple, you kind of can cripple an entire team because, and this is like
because he's not able to perform to his best, he's not able to get those entries, And
this is why JW works so well on Fnatic, because JW is like they know to let JW do what he wants to do, and they trust JW to actually communicate what he's going to do, and then they will support him. And he has the freedom within the system that Pronax runs when he leads the team. And it's the same thing with Kenny S on Titan. There's the Existence has given him the level of freedom. He's given that part of the system that has Kenny S in it enough space for Kenny S to work and be Kenny S. So I don't know if that's the case with Simple on this team, but before we know that Simple was just an absolute monster. He would just run around just killing everyone basically. And so I wonder if that's an issue that they'll have. But at the moment, their money situation is 7-3. Virtus.pro, actually, they've been doing quite a lot of damage because Virtus.pro keep hunting them down and actually losing players by doing that. So Virtus.pro, despite keeping their weapons down, themselves have actually, after this bye, have around... Actually, they're only if they win this round, most of the players are still going to be around 4 or 5k. So their money's not actually that great. So if Flipside were actually able to take this round, then they could actually mount a comeback because they would be in the economic situation where they can force ecos and get economic momentum and maybe bring it to 8-7, which would be good. That'd be respectable.
It would be respectable, especially after this start, but it's even so, it's a very ambitious call. Virtus.pro, they're just looking so strong right now, and just Pash is on form with this AWP. You said it at the beginning. He may not start well, but once he gets going, he becomes really, really hard to stop.
All right, so, well, I guess it's up to Flipside. We'll see whether or not they continue on playing the vanilla plays that Virtus.pro seem to be reading and dealing with well, or whether they start to switch things up on this next bye. We're going to find out after the break, whilst we well, whilst we get the last player back on the server. So we'll be right back, guys. Stay with us. Can be fine if you have a better sort of execution, or if you mix it up a little bit. Because they could just have this vanilla setup where they have the 3 players on the A site, but they could change up the timings, maybe like have 3 guys here, maybe have the AWPer looking to boiler. It's just like mixing small things up, but so far we're seeing the same round every single time. Virtus.pro have been abusing it. Pash has been effectively picking these players consistently, and again he's going to go for it. Look how close that was there, and he does have support also. And look how they've given up Banana. They know that they know that they don't even need somebody there because Flipside never push it, so they can have 5 guys towards the A bomb site. That just makes me think of that burger joint.
Yeah, it's very nice. But Pasha, now the smoke's gone. He's able to get even more freedom around this A side. Spots 1 player towards Library, not able to get the shot off in time. But even so, just the threat of VP forced Flipside to play so passive, and they're not really even holding any angles. Bialy now coming in, has freedom, just so much of it.
Oh wow!
Able to just walk into this A site for I don't know how many rounds in a row now, and just get the bomb down. And Markelov and Simple, they're going to try and save.
We're back here again.
Yeah, we're back here where the 2 B players have to save these guns, but
yep.
we all know they're going to get hunted down and more than likely lose their lives. But Flipside, they're able to do some damage. Bialy onto 4 HP. Taz has taken a few hits in there. As they're now going hunting, they trade 1 for 1, and it's just Markelov left.
I mean, it's like, again, we're talking about this thing where we're just going to ignore this guy for the moment. We're talking about this thing where like you're letting Virtus.pro go for the play that they want to execute, which is like this A take. You let them take middle, and then all they have to do now that they have everybody alive, because you've not really had any situations where you're going to take down a player and basically make it so that they don't have maybe the right nades, or someone has to nade something that normally they wouldn't nade or something like that. But instead, they know, okay, all we have to do is there's going to be a player here. Okay, we know that there will be a player here because we played everything else out. So if they've got 3 guys left, which they have on every round, it's going to be around here. So we need a flash or a smoke that deals with that guy. We need a flash or a smoke that deals with the guy on the site. We need a flash or a smoke that deals with the guy in pit. They know where they're going to play every single round. So we saw that in that round. It looks so easy because they knew exactly where to place every flash and smoke, and then they got a free entry. So with 5 guys still left alive, it's I feel like I'm being really harsh right now to Flipside, but it's definitely not looking good for them.
And this is what you were saying before. Virtus.pro, they're just able to walk straight down Banana because Flipside, they're trying to play from the sides. Even on the pistol rounds, you maybe expect a little bit of aggression out of the CT side here, and expect a little bit of aggression just for them to try and do some damage and get something done. But even so, they're just sitting on the sides, and that's a great Molotov. It's probably done more damage than Flipside have this round.
Yeah, indeed. There's 3 of them left now. And even if they get a couple, even like 2 or 3 extra players dead, they've more or less missed the window to make this a respectable first half round-wise. Like, they still had a chance to get that 8-7 potentially, but now you can see that if they buy now, which they may think that they, I mean, this is a tight, I mean, I don't know, I think there are teams that would buy in this situation. They're going to go for a save. I mean, they're so far behind at this point, and Virtus.pro's economy is starting to boom. And yeah, they're never going to be able to force them to eco, I guess. So yeah, I guess making a save is probably more sensible.
Yeah, I guess the way Flipside see this is there's 3 rounds left in this half. They can probably buy for 2 out of the 3. Which ones do they want to buy on?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they're actually getting damage done. 2 frags already. 3 frags on the board for Flipside as they're holding this. And this is what you're saying, just change it up a little bit. They're holding this A site with 5 members. They know VP don't really go to the B side because they've been so predictable, as now Snacks is in a 1 versus 1, and he has the bomb on his back. He's just going to get his running shoes on. Going to take a little, in fact, he's going to take no damage. Bondic is the one who gets tagged up, and Snacks just going to go all the way around to the B-bomb site. But does Bondic go for this 1 versus 1 with no armor, or does he try and save the M4 or maybe the AWP?
I think he's definitely going to go for this, because even if he loses, then they'll still have a lot of cash to play with because of the bonus on the money, and if he wins it, then they win one of the remaining rounds that they need. So it's gonna be rough though, having no Kevlar. That aim punch is gonna be devastating, and look at that, that looked kind of comical, but yeah, 10-3, and in comes the buy now for Flipside. Now, are they going to get fully stocked up here?
relatively well.
All right, so are they going to play the same round as before? Are we at least going to see Simple pushing Banana a little bit? I mean, Simple's got a great AWP. He's got a great aggressive AWP. You want to see
It's
him
actually gone
on
all the way
that.
up to Car.
All right. Looking for a quick shot. Let's get a tag. And he knows it. That's going to force Virtus.pro to fall back a little bit here. And Simple, considering some of these past rounds, you would even want him to just blindly rotate now. And it looks like he's going to go for that. Although they do see a lot of players, I think, moving up here. And again, what are they isolated on Arch side at the moment? Try to re-smoke in middle. Taz has apartments. So now this looks a lot better for Flipside. They've got that 4-man A defense. Of course, Virtus.pro now, they've given up Banana, so they don't know how, like, who or what is there at the moment. It's a bit of a question mark. They can always gamble, but it looks like they want to try to still make the effort into this little area into middle first of all. But Flipside are locking it down at the moment, thanks to Simple being there. Now he's going to go back. This is actually quite a nice decision, because they don't know if the double back will be arriving. Simple already picked off a player, so he's giving them a good chance to defend with 3 players on A, even if they still commit there.
And another frag on the board for Simple now. He's already got 2 this round, and he's been free to rotate between the 2 sites, and maybe this is the key to Flipside being able to get some frags and some rounds on the board. As now Taz falls after getting 1 frag as he came out of Boiler. They're going to hit the A site, 2 versus 4. It's going to be 2 on 2 on this site now. 2 versus 1 as Bondic falls. It is World Edit in the middle of the site. He spots ahead. Here's the bomb going down. Takes out Bialy. Tries to spray across for Snacks. He's not able to do much here. 18 HP.
I think it's time to finish the plant. No, he won't. And there we go. So they will get the round on time, losing a lot of players in the process. But that was exactly what we wanted them to do. I mean, that was a very minimal aggression. That was just that's actually quite standard play. Just get the AWPer in here. Just take some shots, get him in there. Maybe he takes a shot, maybe he rotates back around. Just keep him moving, and you can see how hard it is for Tees to get through these choke points, and then having an AWPer on some of the angles just makes it even more difficult. So that was much better round there. And taking down Simple, going aggressive in balcony, and that's crippling now to Flipside.
Yeah, even so, because they took a lot of hits in that last round, they're only on FAMASs for this round here, which we all know aren't the best. Molotov's going to go over. HE in to check the player short. It will tag Markelov, and without this AWP, this defense is going to be really hard. Pasha just acting as a distraction. And he still kept 1 player here, and that is Markelov playing to the tight angle as Blade now having to defend with Bondic, and they will be joined by World Edit, I believe, coming round. And there you go. This is the aggression from Blade. He saw the smoke come out. He wants to go and challenge it before it blooms. And he's able to pick up a frag from it. So very nice from Blade.
And now Virtus.pro moving into the B-bomb side. We've got Markelov at the back. Can he win the duel? He won't. Pasha annihilates him. And it's a 3-on-3 now. So Flipside have done well on the A-bomb side this time around, despite losing Simple early on. But this is going to be a nasty potential crossfire here. Pasha shows himself now. Taz can peek out, and his position unexpected. Picks up a 3-1 onto World Edit as it's just Bondic left over. Does get the kill, but it was costly. He's on 14 health against a fully health Pasha and Bialy. And there you go, 11-4. Very dominant first half there from Virtus.pro. And I mean, Simple at the start of that round, he took the risk by going to balcony. And this is a round where they needed an early advantage. So I do like him going for that risk, trying to get a quick AWP kill or something and go 5 versus 4 very early on. But of course, didn't pay off this time around. But I think the theory-wise, I think that's pretty smart, considering they had, like you said, like a lack of grenades and FAMASs. So you don't really like their chances overall in the round.
They start to try and get an early lead, and it just didn't pay off for them.
You can see Simple on 18. Well, did it with just 3 kills there, so not having the best half ever. And you know, something that's a quick, interesting point to talk about. I don't know if I can fit this in the freeze time. Something that MVS do is when they have like a smoke which kind of hugs this wagon, and Happy jumps up onto the wagon behind the smoke and peeks in with a flash as well sometimes, or safely, and that gives them information when they're in a to a site position where they can't easily get info. That's like one thing you need to do, one risk you need to take, and that's a safe way to take it. Surprised Happy doesn't get annihilated every time he does that now, considering, but we're into the pistol round.
And something interesting, we actually saw both Virtus.pro members on the B-bomb site push aggressive up to car, just to try and get intel. And only after that do they fall back, but when they realised they were outnumbered down there. And it's something we didn't see Flipside do. They would just assume how many players were on Banana. And this could be the difference here between Virtus.pro. They're just happy to have Pasha rotating between A and CT. As Flipside look to set up for the A push. They do have 2 smokes on them, 4 flashbangs on the board as well. They have the tools to try and get in here. They've used 1 smoke already to isolate Pasha. So they're going to be forced to go through quad. Yarli waiting, and that smoke isolates him as well. This has potential for Flipside here.
Snacks coming in though from the CT arch position. Does take a quick frag onto World Edit as Flipside jump on into the A bomb site, and they are looking fantastic. They've only lost World Edit so far, and there's 2 players left in Neo and Snacks for Virtus.pro. And we'll have to see if they're going to be able to use these 2 flashbangs they have to expert effect, but it's Markloff that has that precision Tech 9 in play, and Flipside finish off the round. So well executed by them, and Virtus.pro going to be on some pistol armor action here.
They are indeed, and Flipside not taking the big risk here and going for the Galils and the AKs. They're happy on 2 UMPs. They know that they're not really going to be up against too many armored opponents. They're just happy to go for those SMGs, and of course the Tech 9 on Marklov. How are Virtus.pro going to play this one? Looks pretty standard again, but Taz going to push a little bit aggressive here into apartments, get the intel, see if anyone's trying to peek him from range. That won't be happening. And they're going to rotate Pasha around now to this B-bomb site to try and hold this one.
Yeah, these are actually really good positions here from Virtus.pro overall with these pistols. They haven't invested in armor apart from Taz. Markov will pick off Bialy, who was kind of information finding, fact finding mission. But that's going to allow Taz to know that someone is nearby. And despite not having anybody on A, you like Taz's chances in that position much better than anywhere else that he could possibly be. So let's see if Taz can pick something up here. They're going to jump across. If he can get this quick kill and a weapon, no, he won't. Simple does instantly take him out. That's very unfortunate there for him, as we do have Markloff and Co jumping in onto the bomb site. And they'll get themselves the plant. And who is that in boiler? It is going to be Snacks. If he get anything here, he won't. So they're going to probably try to get the X's, keep their little pistols alive for the following round. But Virtus.pro going to be largely ineffectual this round.
Just Neo left, maybe able to get 1 frag. There it is on Simple, saves the AK, not able to carry it through to the next round. And that was a round that Flipside expected to win. They won it pretty comfortably, only losing Simple. So nothing too bad from the T side now, and they're still going to stick with these weapons. They know they don't really need to invest too much. Simple's just going to rebuy up the AK. And Markov already there on 5.5k. He's going to have an AWP next round guaranteed, no matter what the result of this one is.
Indeed. I wonder if Virtus.pro could read it all into the weapons that Flipside still have, into then the choice that they want to make as far as where they want to attack. Because if I was in Flipside, I would be thinking, okay, we have some umps here. Taking B is going to be a lot easier than the kind of weird spots on A in the ranges. So they're actually going to move in towards B. Not sure if that factored into their decision making at all, but so far so good for them as they do make their way in. But the bomb is down at the bottom of T slope at the moment, so it's not going to matter all that much. The Flipside do clean house here. There's just 2 players left, Pasha and Bialy. Now just Pasha, and Jumper is going to take him out as well. So we'd expect them to be, well, upgrading essentially.
Yeah, they've got a pretty huge bank there. 9 and a bit K on Marklov. He's not even going to drop an AWP for his teammate. World Edit's going to buy one up. Interesting the Simple isn't going for one. He did have the AK that he carried through from the last round. So it's going to be World Edit AWP in on this T side. See how much freedom they give him. Whether it was a little bit more than Simple. And Pasha with this AWP straight away.
I think they spotted him as well, so he's being extra cautious here. Wow, they were really fast up middle. Look at Simple. He's sprinting up towards CT Arch, and he's completely circumvented where the CTs were. And in fact, if they did get that call, they've smoked off quad side now. So that's actually insanely smart from Flipside to do that. Considering that the AWP, Pasha did move there straight away at the start of the round. But Simple's unable to find all that much, and Blade is going to challenge it into Pasha. And so this is so far playing into the hands of Virtus.pro. You do have 4 members towards the A bomb site at the moment for what could be a very strong defense against Flipside should they move in here. But they are going to throw Pasha back towards B now, as there's been a lot of delay from Flipside. But there it is, opening frag found by World Edit towards Library side, as there's 2 players left on the bomb site for Virtus.pro. Flipside need to be quick now and for some extra kills here. They know there's got to be a guy around pit in sight, and there it is. Taz going to get 2 quick ones as we get a trade from World Edit, but it bought enough time for Neo to swing on by, and they clean up the bomb site. 12-7, Virtus.pro swinging things back into their favor.
Yeah, Flipside had all the tools to get on that A site and get the bomb down, but they were just a little bit too slow with it. As you said, Simple able to just sprint up mid, get round to Arch side. He just didn't go aggressive enough, maybe not smoking out Arch soon enough to stop the rotation, and he would have been a little bit safer there as well. If they'd have executed their push a little bit quicker, they may have got the bomb down and maybe even won the round. They are still able to buy again here though, even if Virtus.pro won the round. That's very fluid play from Simple, just jumping on the balcony there, getting the frag onto Pasha, and that's pretty big, taking down the AWP.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see Virtus.pro are mixing things up a little bit with their defense, but at the moment, Flipside with an opening advantage, just trying to take some extra map control. We have a play into the apartments at the moment. Bialy's up on the quad area. They are going to re-smoke middle, and that smoke, I think, popped around 1 minute, so good bit of extra delay here. But there's even actually 2 extra smokes left on Virtus.pro, Neo and Taz. You can see Blade is ready with a flashbang there for a teammate. He's going to pop flash him in as they try to take middle now as that smoke goes away. Time is starting to be a little bit of an issue as we only have 35 seconds on the board. Flipside with that double back potential there, or potentially just delay and get frags and fake. In fact, the fake is what they're going to go for here after showing them their nades and showing their presence towards A. They're going to rotate the bomber. They've got 20 seconds left. Neo gets flashed in here, gets a quick kill. This is exactly what you got to do. Neo able to pick off 3 players. The bomb is dropped as well and swings by with the AWP now. Takes frag number 4, and Neo with an excellent defense there. All off of 1 single pop flash from a teammate. That was the little things that was missing from Flipside's CT.
Just able to go with their calculated aggression. He knew there were players down there, and as you said, all it needed was a simple pop flash in from a teammate, and he was given so much freedom down there, picking up the initial 2 frags. The 3rd one came in as well. The Flipside just weren't ready for it. Virtus.pro now with their 13th round, looking for their 14th here, only up against Nico. And with Neo getting another frag on Banana, it's going to be really easy for them. As now Snacks is the man going aggressive, drops the bomb, drops Blade as well. Knows exactly where Bondic is, tagged down to 65 HP. Marklov isn't too far away either. Nor's Bialy. Bialy now, he's going to be going back to spawn. Marklov going to get that one, and it's suddenly the odds may have taken a little bit of a nosedive here for Virtus.pro. They are 3 versus 2. They know exactly where the bomb is though.
Yeah.
Flipside just going for frags. That's all they can really do. And Neo coming around 2nd mid. Going to be tough for Marklov to do anything here. He's going to find 1 frag onto Neo though, and just doing economic damage now.
Pasha ready over by quad. Peek onto Boiler, but there's 30 seconds left in this round now for Marklov to get himself towards that bomb, but it's not going to happen. Snacks locks him in. Very good boxing in of their entire remainder there from Virtus.pro. Flipside going to be in with a pretty nice buy, but Virtus.pro just 2 rounds away now from taking this, and then the best of 3 against Flipside. So this is a good warm up, whichever way you look at it, for Virtus.pro's following game against TSM, which is certainly going to be a bit of a toughie, to say least. But once again, Pasha on the AWP there. Deep smoke there from the CTs. That potentially allows them to peek into 2nd mid if they want, but we can see that he doesn't have the immediate support to actually do that, so he's just going to chill there. Taz is now rolling up behind him to give him a helping hand, and again, this is like a bit of a mix-up to the setup. You know, they don't know 100%. Is there going to be 1 on either side, 2 on quad side, 2 on arch side? Is there going to be 3 on one side? Virtus.pro are mixing it up in every round, just slightly.
But it's enough to keep Flipside guessing. That's the important thing here. As Virtus.pro going to throw a rain of nades over as we near 50 seconds left into this round. Flip side.
Oh.
That boost is going to be dangerous. If Flipside decide to push now while they think they've isolated Pasha, it's going to be disastrous. Pasha gets flashed up. He can't see anything. He may do now. There we go. He drops Blade. Now he's going to drop off the head of his teammate. Gets to second. Not able to find a third. Simple puts him down. Both Thorpers have got 2 frags this round.
Bialy, you can't see a single thing. He's completely isolated here. Smokes will go away, but they were up just long enough for them to pick up an easy kill. 2-on-2, make that a 2-on-1 now. It's all going to be on Snax, who does pick up the fast frag onto Simple as he was dealing with Snax's teammate over by the pit area. Snax now into the bomb site.
No smokes, no flashes.
And there's the peak. Markov goes in for the kill, and he gets taken down to 7 health. Re-peaks and gets the headshot. I don't believe it. I don't believe Markov survived. I don't believe that Markov committed himself, like stepped out so far in that spot. That's crazy. He didn't play. I mean, it was like he wasn't playing the bomb there. He's just like playing a 1-on-1 without the bomb down.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Could just bide his time, but hey, even the crazy decisions are the ones which catch Virtus.pro off guard. As Flipside, they're still alive somehow, and looks like they're going to win this one too, unless Pasha goes absolutely massive with this Nova in hand. As Simple opens things up with the frag through the window onto Taz. And now he's just spotted mid, playing passive, seeing if Virtus.pro go aggressive on this pistol round.
Alright, so once again, Flipside going to be making their way up into the picks on Quad and Arch side, take that middle control. And so far so good. Without getting the frag, they were able to get a good chunk of damage, force the players back, and slowly gain that map control that they need. And Bondic in with a frag onto Snax, who was lurking behind the smoke. There's just 1 player left on the bomb site now, and it does indeed seem like a very easy cleanup here. Pasha's the last man standing with big pop of pump, but he's got nobody to shoot, and he's just going to save this. Going to save the big pop of pump. And as Flipside have been doing, sorry, as Virtus.pro were doing to Flipside, Flipside have also been doing to Virtus.pro, finding largely more success on the A bomb site, and it's actually feels kind of unusual to see such a lack of not just presence but really thought in general towards the B bomb site and the banana area. Often teams find that is kind of the pivotal point of contention as far as map control goes.
Yeah, you usually see the smokes out early from CT spawn, or maybe once they get around to banana, going for the shallow smoke on it, just to try and keep the enemies guessing how many players are there. But as you said, it's been pretty quiet over towards that side of the map. Both teams favouring the A side when they've been on CT, and Virtus.pro on yet another eco here. So
double eco indeed.
They want to get the economy going. They want to get the money in the bank, make sure they can pull these 2 rounds so they take this series. Neo with the early aggression with the nade. It's going to tag up well at it, but it's not going to be too disastrous as he did have the luxury of armor.
Yeah, so actually, you know, it's interesting that Virtus.pro are going to put themselves in a position where they double eco. Their money was in that spot where they just didn't feel comfortable with their chances to defend with Famises and not enough smoke grenades. And I think that's kind of part of the issue there. I think Virtus.pro really understand how incredibly important it is to have the maximum potential to delay the Ts, because you force them into hard choices and choices which are more telegraphed. Or not only that, the added delay can allow your team extra time to get rotations in. So it's very important for the CTs to be on all the nades on this map. And they're still going to go in now. Now they have apartments. Bialy able to respond well onto Blade, however. Trades coming in as Markov able to gun down Bialy. Looking for more though as Virtus.pro scramble for the retake. Snax coming in from the back, able to pick up a quick one onto Markov, and that's actually quite dangerous. In goes the fire. That's going to force Water to move almost down. All on Neo with the CZ and Kevlar, but 22 health, 14 and 28. That is what the 3 remaining players of Flipside are playing with. So this is absolutely doable here. Now he picks up the AK as well. Almost expected some spam to go through there, but he would be giving away his position if he were to do so. Oh, good response. Neo takes down Simple, and now things get interesting. Problem is that he doesn't have a kit, and this is what's going to really hurt him here. But he is getting the exits.
And if Bondic can't get away, no, it looks like he's safe. Should tickle him, or won't hit him at all. There we go, 2 HP. He's able to survive there pretty safely, but even so, as you said, Neo just doing the damage. The economy's still looking good for Flipside, though. But it's getting closer, only a 4-round deficit now. As Flipside seem to be having a surprisingly strong T-side performance. Compare it to their performance on Mirage on the T-side, which was the half they started off on. Really didn't look too great for them.
And here we go, we get an aggression in from Pasha on the AWP, looking to get potentially a quick pick, or just, actually no, he's not going for a rush timing, but he's just going for a new angle. And this is potentially very unexpected. In fact, it should be unexpected. Pasha, firstly, has not done this before, and secondly, it is an unusual position to find an all-player in. Not to say it is, I wouldn't say it's rare, but it is certainly not something you'd expect to happen more than once or twice in a match like this.
There was a HE that went down Banana that's done a good amount of damage to Neo and Snack, so they need to be careful on that B bomb site. If there's any more aggression from World Edit, he's going to take these players out. He's already got one, looks for the second. He knows that Neo's down there, and it's forced Taz to rotate around as well, so they now know that this A bomb site is going to be a lot weaker, especially with Simple going down. He's going to catch them on the rotation as well. Pasha coming behind here. Gonna get the quick scope onto Blade.
He passed through Simple in the smoke, and now Simple is going to take the quick frag onto Neo, and he's going to be able to lock down Library. That's actually a massive kill there from Simple. Bomb is down. He's going to have to allow his teammate to collect that, or Pasha could be in for some action. What a flick there from Pasha, and that's a 1-on-2 situation. Bondik makes the fast frag, picks up the bomb. He has just barely enough time to get the plant in. 4 seconds remaining, so he's good to get this down, but his health is a huge concern. He has no idea where his opponent could be, so he's not moving at all. He's just staying in position on the bomb. And in comes Taz. Oh my god, Bondik is going to execute Taz. Excellent work there from Flipside. Really clutch plays coming out from quite a few of the players there on Flipside, and Virtus.pro now in a predicament. It is pretty terrible on the money for them. They are quite terrible on the money. I need to learn to English. Oh my god.
Neo, though, he's decided to buy up. This is the smoke I was talking about before, just going from CT spawn.
Yeah, this is more like it.
Yeah, and it now actually means that Banana's going to be somewhat contested, as Neo really cannot go through any of that fire. Marklov dropping Pasha. It's a nice boost coming out from Simple. Able to look over towards Car. Can't see it just yet. He's getting ready. Knows there's someone down there, because there was some... There it is.
Oh my god, how did he see that? I had to turn the X-ray on until I understand what's going on, but Simple picked that one up, and that's really going to be a nice one for them, going to allow them to progress through Banana. And yeah, simple pickups here from them. Frag after frag. And this round win will put them to a 12-14 scoreline. And Virtus.pro, they just need 2 more to close it out. So as much as we could talk about Flipside's shortcomings on the CT side, their T side is looking much better, and they're able to so far put a much better performance in on this second half. Virtus.pro now struggling, and for Virtus.pro it's often been money woes. I think they've been having issues with economy. We saw a double eco. That doesn't actually happen incredibly often, because usually you can at least get something going.
You can at least get a FAMAS buy in there, but
exactly.
They did try and secure their economy to ensure they were going to get these 2 rounds on the board, but even so, they're now cutting it very close. They're able to get some exit frags here, just deal some damage. I believe we're actually seeing Simple on the 30 bomb right now. Yeah, 30 kills to 22 deaths, really pulling in his weight on this second half with this AWP. We've seen some moments of magic from him as well. So, doing some great stuff. And whereas with Virtus.pro, it seems their kills are pretty even across the board. Really a team effort from them. And this could be the make or break point from them, because if they lose this one, then they're more than likely going to be at 14 all.
And this is actually what I was talking about, that Flipside should mix in exactly this play. And we can probably see 2 players rotating back towards A around the 110, 115 mark, something like that usually is the kind of timing you'd expect. As now having more than one player there is starting to be a little bit redundant, but some teams like to stick 2 there so that, because if you stick 1 there, his job is if a push comes, to delay, communicate, and take the site. If you have 2 players, you can actually fight them.
Yeah,
so that's the difference, really. You can stay quite forward with your position, but so that's the what they're going for. So they do actually have fast flanking possibilities, but it's a bit more risky.
Yeah, well did it. Just acting as a distraction down here, making sure he exhausts the CTs of their smokes and their Molotovs, their flashbangs as well. While the rest of his team try and hit this A site. Pasha still undecided on where the push is going to come from. Still holding the arch angle. Flash going over from Blade. Simple gets the entry frag onto Bialy elsewhere. As Bondic, that was the angle that Pasha was hoping to hold. Not able to find the frag though, and gets forced back from this one. I can't see Flipside trying to recheck that one.
Yeah, just actually locking Virtus out. This is really smart movement here from Flipside in how they've taken the outer areas of this bomb site. Bondic now in a key position, picks up the kill on Snacks. There's Pasha as well, looking for that one-on-one. Neo wrapping round from behind, not required though, but he is going to get the kill onto Simple, pumping his back full of lead. 2-on-2 now as Virtus.pro can make this work. They've got no kits on Pasha or Neo. I am surprised that they don't have the ability to have any kits in this situation. If they did, they could go for this, but because they don't, it's just going to be exits once again for them. And Markelov will survive, I do believe.
Yep, just about. And now we're at 14-13. Virtus.pro can piece together a buy if they want to. But again, they won't have many smokes or flashes, so each one is going to be vital.
I would like to see them go for the same opener as they did in the previous round, but the thing is they're lacking Molotovs or incendiaries. They're lacking... this Pasha doesn't have a smoke. Yeah, they only have 4 smokes, so it's not really doable without all the nades to hold that properly, because you're going to use a lot of grenades. You really need to make sure that you're going to hold on to that position for quite some time and to make the investment worth it. And at the moment, Flipside, they're going to find themselves with 2 players up on Banana, just slowly clearing that. 4 players now with the bomb as well on Blade. It actually looks like they might be thinking about just going for a B hit, with Markelov able to get a distraction going from Boiler.
Yeah, because there's nothing coming out from Virtus.pro, Flipside must know that they're on a little bit of a weaker bite, that they aren't able to hold off Flipside for too long. So they're just going to have to rely on this crossfire that they have set up on the B bomb site. There's one smoke coming out from the T's, but they're going to hit this B bomb site now. Gets the entry. They trade 1 for 1. That was crossfire I was talking about, but Snacks now goes down, and with all these smokes, Pasha's just going to have to rattle a few shots off or go round to construction. Gets the pick onto Bondic. Can pick up an AK if he wants to go for the more close quarters fight, but deciding to go in with the AWP. 3-on-3. It's definitely possible for a retake here from Virtus.pro, but Flipside, they've got the momentum on their side. They've got the guns. They've got the crossfire themselves. And they've got the bomb ticking down. Markelov holding from Banana. He's going to spot. That's Taz. Gets taken down. And now we are indeed all even. 14 rounds each. Pasha now just going for these exits. Misses the frag. CZ from Simple. 14 rounds each. And the likelihood of a third map has just come out of nowhere. And look at that economy from Virtus.pro. They either play for the overtime or they play to win it now. Yeah,
it's somehow suddenly become very, very troublesome for Virtus.pro. They've not been able to get the rounds that they would feel that they should have been able to execute defensively, and now they're going to go with a bit of a Hail Mary. There we go. I can say words. Flipside in with the defense here on this aggression, and so far it's going quite well from them. So Hail Mary not working out quite as well as had been expected potentially, and it is always going to be a big gamble, but Virtus.pro calling for a high risk, high reward strategy in that round, and they find themselves crippled.
It was almost the kind of strat you'd expect from just a pure eco round, just going really aggressive, trying to get some frags, get some intel from it, rather than with their guns. And now we're seeing them fall back onto what? A 5.7, a CZ, and a Mag 7 in there as well. It really isn't looking great to either go into Nuke, which is an interesting map in itself, or we're seeing overtime here. Flipside know this. They're going to play real passive to open things up. They know Virtus.pro, their money probably isn't too great. They don't want to be caught off guard here.
I really like plays like that in those moments because it's so risky and it takes a lot of balls for a team to actually go for something like that instead of just playing carefully and passively and playing by the book. I love it when teams throw something like that in the riskiest of spots because any team can throw that round in when they're already ahead on economy and rounds, but to throw it in a pivotal moment like that is always fun to see, and Flipside never would have expected that, so they absolutely had the drop on them. It's just that they just weren't able to win their fights there.
Very nice pop flash.
That's an early advantage, and you can see they're able to re-smoke this, so and that smoke went down so late actually that this is becoming a really big issue here for Flipside. If Virtus.pro are essentially going to be forcing their hand, they might even have to run through the smoke. And if they wait for it, things are... Oh, wow, wow, straight through the smoke. Snacks with 2 kills. Bondik in with the flank, though, to try to save this round. But they've got 20 seconds to recover this bomb. Is it going to happen here? We've got Markov and Bondik left. Oh, my God. Virtus.pro. How did they do that? How did they pull that one off?
Pulling it out. Ugh, I can't even English now. Pulling it out when all hope was lost on them.
Amazing.
We're going to an overtime here, and you really would have thought that Flipside had that one in the bag. Looking at the previous rounds, as you said, the Hail Mary coming out from VP, just trying to get something done, and then they play it passive on an even worse buy.
Just for a little bit too long. Just for a little bit too long. The fact that Neo can re-smoke Banana, that usually is a huge tell that something really bad is going to happen for the T's. But the interesting thing there was actually that usually you'd say, okay, they're going to re-smoke it like 35 seconds. That's already really, really bad. Flipside were fairly, well, not fully, but fairly committed towards B there.
Yeah.
So they're probably either going to run through the smoke or they're going to run through the smoke as soon as it goes away and give themselves like 10 seconds to touch, plant, and get the kills. So the fact that Virtus.pro on top of that were like, hey, you know what? Let's flash through the smoke and let's actually, even though we're in a really good spot, let's actually try and push them. And again, it's a bit like the Hail Mary there. It's a very unexpected play, just risking it all basically, and it paid off this time. So MR3, 16K, splash the cash. Both teams with full buys. And I'm quite curious to see how Flipside's response will be in this situation, because I actually feel like Virtus.pro should have the edge when we have a situation where it's just buy rounds, because Flipside got a lot of momentum out of forcing, like winning the right rounds at the right time after doing a lot of damage, and then forcing double ecos and stuff like that. That's something that Virtus.pro didn't do to Flipside. So to see.
And we're actually seeing the double ops out come out for the right. I believe the first time this map, Bialy flashed away from this one. He knows there's a player there. It is Bondik, down to 8 HP. Has to reload. Could be caught out here, but Taz is covering him. We get 4 quick frags there, 2 each. And it's all down to World Edit to try and salvage something here. Gets one onto Bialy. It's a big ask from him. Checking all angles.
And there you go. World Edit goes down as well. And we get a quick round there from Virtus.pro. Excellent defense on the quad side. Just rifle spray downs from who was it? It was Taz and Bialy.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised Bialy got that second kill. It seemed a little bit troublesome for him, but he was able to pull it off anyway. So 16 to 15, Virtus.pro looking a little bit better. We saw their better performance essentially on their T side. So if they start off well here, it does definitely
spell trouble for Flipside.
Yes, indeed. Oh my god. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No hope from doing anything there. Pasha, though, he's happy to just stand there with an AWP. He has no need to jump. Taz in a very nice position. It's one of those boosts where you can only really do it once on the CT side before they start checking, and that could be that once. Taz getting a second frag now as well.
Alright, so it's looking pretty good now again. Flipside down to 2 players as Virtus.pro look to be cleaning this one up to get a quick second round, but WorldEdit and Bonnet can still throw a wrench into the works here to see if they can salvage the situation, but no. Flipside, just with WorldEdit now, 50 seconds left, so there is time, but the problem is that he can't really go back. And there you go, into the angle of Pasha, and another round for Virtus.pro. So coming up to the last round of the first half, and of course the money's not an issue, but flip side, are they going to get 3 rounds on the CT side themselves? Because the CT side, I mean, it looked a little bit shaky to say the least.
Yeah, unless they have a complete change of heart and have redone their playbook and suddenly go for some aggression. As we see the deep banana smoke, meaning Flipside just can't step through this. Virtus.pro, they're playing 2 players towards B, but they're playing from sight with the deep smokes, giving themselves some space, and that's really nice from Snacks, having the M4 and the AWP alongside him. So he can just switch it out, but won't help him once WorldEdit gets the frag.
So lots of pressure on Virtus.pro now. They're going to rotate one guy to B to support that. So they have 2 to a site. Pasha actually is in a position where he can rotate really quickly here. So that's actually going to mean that he is going to leave Bialy essentially with the A site alone. However, he is coming back around, so that's good. Would be pretty tough for Bialy to defend this all alone against 5 players. That said, Flipside are yet to make a commitment here. They are just using the time that they have to try to see if they can force the hand of Virtus.pro. But there's a great flick there from Neo to get the first defensive kill. And Flipside now, they need to try to trade onto him, but they can't. Another peek, another one-on-one. You're giving it away to Neo at this point. And now Virtus.pro taking advantage, and they are looking to try to throw that towards another round victory for a flawless first half. And there it is, the AWPs really coming into play. Pasha with 2, and Virtus.pro with an awesome first half to this first overtime. And Flipside got to be afraid of how Virtus.pro are playing now, because their CT side, that's where they had the problems.
Yep. And this is exactly what you said. You've got to favour Virtus.pro when both teams have the weapons.
Yeah.
And it showed there, 3-0 in favour of Virtus.pro. Now onto the side that they were stronger on, the T side. They just need to win one of these 3 rounds and they take this series 2-0. It's a big weight on Flipside shoulders.
And Virtus.pro can be, at the start of this round, they can be like, okay, guys, what do we know about Flipside's CT defense? Okay, well, they always play 2 on B in the site. They always play 1 on Arch. They always play 1 on Quad. And 1 in the balcony/pit area. So they always play the vanilla setup.
And it looks like that's exactly what they're going for here, but do Flipside sit on the site? Yes, they do. Kind of. Markelov falling back to the site, Blade falling back through CT, but Simple's gone pretty aggressive here, though. Good. This is unexpected.
This is absolutely what they need to do. This is a Simple that can create opportunities and advantages for his team, with some creative angles as well on apartments. This round he's not going to get lucky, but he's able to actually fall back out the position, so he can use that again in the future, as he was not spotted. However, Flipside still might be in the same predicament here that they were in previous rounds, where they were unable to stop Virtus.pro all that easily when Virtus.pro decided, okay, we want to take A now, or we want to take B now. But it's all about letting these smokes go away. So they just want to keep things simple for now. And WorldEdit and Simple are both AWPing, so 2 AWPs versus 2 AWPs. Pasha and Snacks AWPing as well. And looking for picks up middle now, taking control at middle. So potentially going for a split if the kills go well on B. And if not, it's going to be a bit of a fake, but Simple in with the first quick kill. There's one more. Flipside open it up well with the defense, and that's going to spell problems. Pasha and Taz with 20 seconds left, and surely not a hope in hell.
Blade is going to jump away from that shot there. Pasha will fall, as it's all down to Taz. 14 seconds left. He's not able to get any frags there. That was a much stronger defense than we expected from Flipside. And as you said, Simple can use that angle in apartments again, because it wasn't found out. We may see him go there again here and try and stop the Virtus.pro push.
Yeah, absolutely. I would expect that actually for him to do that indeed. However, now Pasha is the only AWPer for his team, and still running with 2 AWPs here on Flipside. So the slower round didn't seem to go all that well there for Virtus.pro. However, Simple isn't going for the push in apartments, but he is on the angle and balcony. So this could be really nice for Flipside. So look, Simple, he should be seeing some action shortly here. There goes the nade. He's going to peek out. Gets the quick shot so fast. Oh, and again, that's amazing there from Simple. That is exactly why you have him on the team. For moves like that, and Flipside again take an early advantage. And Simple is crushing them. Markloff in from the flank, and that's going to be the round for Flipside. They need one more to tie it up for another overtime, but Virtus.pro, what are they going to show us here? Because I would expect Simple Pro to go B now. Yeah, he's going to go for that B. He's just going to keep it
fresh, keep it new.
Indeed.
Well, we say new. I think this is... No, they're actually sending 3 towards the B bomb site. Bondic rotates over towards A. Well, did it smoking the top of mid, but he's ready there with the AWP. They're just going to push straight through this. Bialy gets taken down. They're not able to find anything on their travels yet. They're just going to fall back through the smoke. Now Snacks gets taken down. We could be seeing a double overtime here. They're forced the rotation towards A though. I mean, it's just Simple. He gets flashed back. Has to fall away. And gets taken down. But this has given Flipside more time to rotate around. Simple's done his job. He's delayed the push. Blade now, is he going to spray some shots through? Marklov is around the corner. Gets 1. Gets 2. It's just all down to Neo now. He's going to try and get the bomb down in the smoke. He will get it down. It doesn't mean anything for the economy. It just gives him more time to play with. He's going to get taken down from behind. And 3 rounds each.
Oh, another overtime then. So Flipside and Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro, they want to just get this match over with. They were already crushed Flipside 16-2. A measly 2 rounds on the first map, Mirage. And they want to end this quickly here. Just get rid of Flipside and not have to worry about kind of playing a nuke and starting T and, you know, having horrible times. No, they want to break. They want to win this map. They want, like, you know, what, an hour's break, get some tea, get a foot massage, and then you know, face up against the Danes all fresh and ready to go, instead of having a stressful time with Flipside here. And,
a horrible overtime, the potential of a 3rd map, which is nuke as well, which can really do terrible, terrible things for your emotions, especially if you end up starting on the T side. It's never a good way to start.
And Flipside get to continue on as the CTs. So this is the only difference really as to the first overtime. And you can see a bunch of players. How fast is this guy? Oh. Simple gets another one. Oh. Misses the quick no-scope, but Blade is going to be on the site here, and he's got Markloff also for support. And this is one of the reasons why that early 3-man setup on this site can go so well for the CTs. However, Taz able to push forward for a quick frag onto Blade, and Virtus.pro looking to try to retake control of this, but that quick nade from Markloff will eliminate Snacks, as Taz is going to be coming in on the car area. He's basically boxed in on Banana at the moment. There's no way back. And there appears to be no way forwards. Look how far away the players are at the moment. They are going to force him to be committed to a deep angle into their crossfire if he even wants to attempt to go onto the B-bomb site. So he's making the correct choice there if he is to go back, or is he just faking the run there? Looks like he might be faking the run.
There's no one close enough to really hear him running away though.
Flash is going to give away the game here. Taz is now approaching, and that is known. Wrapping up a couple of shots here. Taz is so badly trying to bait out a player that he feels like must be on the flank. And now he's finally going to go in. Markloff, though, perfect angle. Taz in with the frag, but the trade is there. And Flipside pick up their first CT round. So it's insanely hard how we could possibly predict any of this. Because there's so much money all the time. Ops are in play from Welded, it's Simple, Pasha.
Yeah, and
who knows what's going to happen.
This is one of the great things about Simple. He's just so quick with those shots. We saw it in that round.
41 frags.
Just insane from him. And this time he's over towards the A-bomb site, so mixing it up yet again here. Now he's going to try and use this angle, but Virtus.pro, they're just not taking it. They don't want to go anywhere near these apartments in the rounds where Simple goes there.
The thing is, as well as that, when we have the X-ray off for these AWPers, you really see just how fast they are, because we can anticipate because we don't see the X-ray. They have to do that X-ray in their mind. They visualize. It's like one of the ways that AWPers are so fast is great visualization. It's a common sports performance technique as well. But Snacks now going to get taken down by Simple so fast again on the angle. Now Virtus.pro going to try to push their way into the B site. They've not had great success here in the past. Can they make it work this time? Well did it on a fantastic angle here as the smokes go away. Gets the flick shot onto Pasha. Bialy's left over and he's going to maybe just barely get the spray, but they know where he is. And there's no way out for him. 3 players left standing. Flipside with another CT round and looking just as Virtus.pro did on the first half of the first overtime.
Yep, very strong indeed. As now Virtus.pro look to just try and claw 1 round back on this T side. It could be the key to unlocking this Flipside defense.
Feel sorry for Blade.
A mere 14
in almost 40 rounds.
Yeah.
Great work.
1 frag from Blade every 2 rounds. Really not best for him. The authors of Flipside combining. People are always hyped just to see these 2 guys.
Wow.
Just insane. Looking
Incredible.
for even more here, Simple.
Shot after shot, frag after frag, and there is no Virtus.pro left in the round. 3 in a row, and now Virtus.pro have to do the same. All Flipside need is 1 round, and they force nuke.
It's the same situation Virtus.pro were in 6 rounds ago, but they weren't able to do anything on their T side. They can hope that Flipside are the very same here. Flipside, they just need to get these entry frags, rely on Simple to get these quick picks, open up the sites himself, and they may get the bomb down. It's weird as well because in normal time, it was the T side of Flipside that was looking so good, and then suddenly they win 3 rounds on CT in overtime. You've really got to have your money on them.
Yeah, I
try
guess
and take this one.
I guess a lot of it does come down to the fact that they're playing with 2 orbs,
yeah.
And they weren't. I guess their economy was not really. They didn't feel like it would support that potentially, so I guess that's part of it. But you're going to get a nice incendiary down there to kind of block the boosts. And Virtus.pro taking some basic control of Banana. Very far back on the A-bomb site. You can see 1 in pit, 1 in graveyard. So really far back at Taz and Bialy at this point in time. Completely given up apartments. But that's okay, because Virtus.pro have a very strong control of Banana right now. That's partly the reason. They know that Flipside, they're kind of herding them essentially into the A side of the map by having that Banana control. Although that said, now the smoke is gone, Flipside once again have the option to try to retake Banana if they so desire. But at the moment, they have 2 players in apartments looking to get themselves on the A site, and there is a good shot there from Simple. Flipside now looking potentially to break through now. 30 seconds left. There's almost no grenades left on Virtus.pro, so they've played this well now, eliminating all those nades before getting into the site. So Virtus.pro, they can't really counter grenade what Flipside have coming now, which is a big, big push. Neo in with a fast frag onto Well Did It. The spray's coming in, and it's looking quite good here for Virtus.pro. They take all the kills, and Simple's left with 5 HP. So Flipside, they won't do it this time potentially, as Simple is about to go down.
But hey, they have 2 more rounds to try and do something.
Pressure is all on Virtus.pro indeed.
Yeah, and we all know what pressure can do to someone. Even a team like Virtus.pro, they're so trained, they're so regimented in controlling their emotions.
They have some of the most experienced players in the business on their team, so you'd like to, I think you'd like to think that they can
hold their nerve.
They could be the ones that you could count on in spots like this. But that said, it's not a LAN environment, which is where they thrive. They really thrive, where they truly thrive under that kind of environment and pressure. But still, such veterans, such professionals. Simple, able to take down Pasha. That's a good start there for Flipside. Just getting their Banana now, and you can see Simple unable to do anything here whilst that smoke is down. Virtus.pro should be able to re-smoke that as well. Or no, they don't have any smokes left, so that's quite problematic now for Virtus.pro. They're going to have to rely on just hitting shots at this point. they won't be able to find too many advantages in their grenade work. Although, so, okay, they had one smoke left. That's the one I looked at, Neo, but he didn't. Whatever.
Must have picked it up from somewhere. Even so, Snacks has a Molotov as well, just to try and delay the push towards this banana side. There it is. It's going to do some damage onto World Edit, but he's able to just hop straight past that one. They decide they're just going to throw the smoke across as a fake towards B. 4 members now of Flipside are in A. They're going for a almost 3-pronged attack. One wrapping round from Arch. Bialy's going to get frag onto Markelov. They're going to trade back onto him though. Taz now headshot onto Blade. 3 on 3. There are 2 players very close to him. Gets Simple. He heard the bomb going down as well. Bondic now evening out the numbers. 2 versus 2. Snacks has the AWP. He's going to be coming from Arch side, waiting for his teammate to give him as much intel as possible.
And they both have kits this time. So Neo with the first pickup. World Edit goes down, and that's on Bondic, who's in the site. He's got 2 players to take down, and they're not going to be able to be stopped in this instance as the defuse comes in from Neo. It is a successful retake, and it's all thanks to Taz. That fast 2 frags in the bomb site was really, really nice. Bialy only got 1, so that's good. But Taz definitely putting the pieces together a little bit there to make that possible. So now just 1 more for Virtus.pro for overtime number 3, and Flipside have got double AWPs in play, and we have just the one, and it's on Snacks. He's got a fast timing in, looking for the shots. Oh, he gets a tag, I think. Yeah, he got a tag onto World Edit, but that's it. Doesn't get the frag. And Flipside now have Banana.
The threat of the Molotovs was just too big for Snacks to hang around by Kai. He took even 21 damage from them. And that's all that he could take. He didn't want to risk any more. There are 3 players towards B. Snacks with the first one on Simple. That's going to be big. We all know that Simple's the stronger of the 2 AWPers for Flipside, and he's shown it this map. So eliminating that gives Virtus.pro big, big hope to take this to overtime 3. Pasha re-smoking the top of mid again. They now only have 1 smoke left. It is on Neo, but they have 4 incendiary grenades to work with. Bondic just saying hello to the chicken. Flipside playing this one very patiently, waiting for these smokes to disappear. Markelov lurking around A. The other 3 are towards B. Snacks gets flashed up, gets the pick onto Blade. Are any more players going to walk in here? Bondic is going to get barbecued. World Edit on 8 HP. He's going to get taken down by the CZ from range. And it's now all down to Markelov. 28 HP left on him. They could go hunting for him here, or they can just wait. And we're going to overtime 3 here. 21 rounds each.
Virtus.pro, they hang on. They managed to make it work, and it's impossible. It's impossible to separate these 2 teams at the moment. When they're both on full money, it seems to all come together for them both, and on the CT sides. And the interesting thing, though, to me is that a lot of it's been because World Edit and Simple have been able to AWP, and those are the 2 players that have really been holding it together. Without one of those AWPers, I feel like their defense is not crippled, but it definitely takes a bit of a hit, and a hit that potentially Virtus.pro could circumvent, because there's been quite a few rounds where Virtus.pro were able to, where Flipside were able to blow up Virtus.pro just on the merit of Simple destroying everyone, or World Edit getting some good kills, whilst Virtus.pro were being deflected somewhere by Simple, for example. So I feel like if they can deal better with the AWP players earlier in the rounds, when they're playing against the CT side of Flipside, I feel like Virtus.pro could start picking up some T rounds, but because Virtus.pro's setups on the defenses when the push comes in, they look, I think, a little bit better than Flipside. Yeah. But Flipside been finding the aggressive kills a bit more easily.
And they almost had one at the start of this round as Pasha fell down to 4 HP. Which means that a tickle from a nade, a tickle from a Molotov will take him out.
And they have 4 players on A now, so this is good from Virtus.pro.
Yeah, they're ready to hold this one. Although Flipside, they all have a Molotov, so they can force players out of position and zone them away, like Snacks here. They try to see if anyone's in the little cubby hole there. They flash out as well. Simple is ready and waiting. But Not going to find anything. Which side do they want to smoke? They're going to smoke towards pit, followed by a flashbang, and another. And right away, Virtus.pro deny any movement there by throwing out the fire.
I would love to follow that smoke, but I'm so afraid we're going to get stuck on it that they won't. But you can see it's this smoke up in front of Arch. Nice frag found by Simple as they make their way in. Gets the spray down onto Viali as well. Flipside look to be taking a T round here against Virtus.pro, unless one of the remaining two can stop this. But you can see the Snacks got tagged down pretty badly by that AWP. But again, the money is so good because it's MR316K that you'd expect Virtus.pro to at least try. It's like a ghost town for Snacks, but they are all behind corners. That's what really makes it impossible for them. On the flip side, they do actually lose a couple players, but the bomb is pretty far ticked at this point, and that should be it. That's all she wrote there in this round. Virtus.pro losing a CT round, so that is the first time in 2 overtimes we've seen that.
It is indeed, and that could be Flipside's key to success here. They just need to make sure their CT side is as strong as it has been. Right now, VP, they need to get these rounds on the board. And Simple actually opting for the AK this round instead of the AWP. Not going for these quick picks. So Virtus.pro, they show some aggression towards Banana. Nothing too great as Neo goes round, dodges the shot of Wild Edit and manages to tag him down to 59 HP. So it's a good start for VP. They're denying some information from Flipside and some ground. But Simple's been able to get into apps and could be dangerous.
Slowly backing away onto the B side now. Virtus.pro, they know that Flipside will be positioning soon now for their push. 50 seconds left, and some of the last smokes are going to be started, or well, will be thrown here for Virtus.pro. As Flipside now ready themselves for this big effort into the site. And it's going to be interesting to see if Virtus.pro can hold this now with the 2 guys that they have committed. There it is, of course, Neo and Snacks. And we're going to have to see if Neo can hold this. It's got quite a good position. It drops off of second Oranges, picks up the kill onto Blade, but in the meanwhile, Snacks is dead. It's all to be done here by Neo, and he won't get anything. It's going to be the Tech 9 that is able to take him down as Bialy comes in for the save. And it's a 2-on-3 now. Another one picked up by Bialy. He's making it possible now for his team, as he does have to wait for Taz to get into position. There's Taz sprinting up. He's got his Nikes on. But Bialy doesn't want to waste too much time here.
Could be a great incendiary. Looks like he's going to throw it towards Wild Edit. Taz does fall, however, gets the frag. Bialy 1 versus Bondic. Not able to get it, could only see the head. As Flipside get their second T round on the board now, looking really, really great for them.
I don't know if we could see the bell tower, but it's
Kind of cuts off.
doesn't work. It looks so nice and scenic, but no. All right, we're back into this now, and Flipside definitely looking to be pretty darn good at the moment, considering what we've had happen in these rounds. It's all been about getting 3 in a row on CT, and Virtus.pro have just lost 2 in a row. That is massive pressure on them. And Flipside, they don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. They even have Simple here trying to cause some shenanigans towards the apartment side of the map, as Virtus.pro are playing reactively. They've got 3 on the quad side. So this is, again, a mix-up here, but that said, Flipside just found great success towards the B site. The previous round they were kind of toying with Virtus.pro a lot, but they ended up finishing on B. This time looks like a different story here. They're going to try to make their way in, and this is it. Perfect defense here from Virtus.pro. Pasha picks up 2 with the AWP. As Flipside, they try to mix it up here, and Virtus.pro with just the right setup to counter-strat it, as they have still 3 left alive in this devastating line of defense against the A push. Pasha on the tiniest of angles finds all the frags. Pasha with a quad kill, and there you go. They pick up 1 at least, but it's small consolation in the face of what they know to be true, and that is that Flipside's CT has been giving them problems in these overtimes.
Yeah, once Flipside have started to mix things up on this CT side, they've been able to hold VP at arm's length and grab these 3 rounds. But Flipside, if they get 2, then they win this overtime. It's going to be tight here.
It's funny because before it seemed so difficult to get just that 1 T round, but now Virtus.pro, just to get another overtime, need to pick up 2. They want to actually win this now. They've got to get 3 T rounds, and this seems like almost a foreign concept for them at this point. So we could be in for the last overtime here, because it's definitely the hardest situation that Virtus.pro will be facing, and it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they are looking to make here, because again, it really feels like Simple's the biggest problem. Look at his frags. He's got 52. He's got 52 frags at the moment. I know there's been 2 overtimes played, and all that, but just compare it to everyone else on the server. The closest is Neo on the other team, which is with 40. The closest on his team is 30. Simple is clearly by far the biggest problem on the CT side. He's been doing an excellent job. He's been moving as well. He's been moving a lot as well. That's kind of the problem. Is he going to be on A side? Is he going to be on apartments? Is he going to be on banana at the start of the round? Is he going to be on middle? Is he going to appear in balcony?
That was the problem in the standard 30 rounds, or the 15 CT rounds that Flipside had. There were very few rounds where he had that AWP and he had the freedom to move around like he has been in these overtimes. It looks like we're just having a quick break while players get ready. It's a lot of rounds already.
So the thing with this is that I feel like regarding the Simple situation, it's because you never know where he's going to be. The only thing they can really think about is okay, they like to play 2 AWPs on the CT side, and while it largely was AWPing from Arch side. So how should they approach this? Do they just try to take Banana quickly and take it away from Simple? Because Flipside have shown that they understand how to do these early setups, because there's these ways as the CTs where you can have. This is why you want the 3 guys, because you want all the nades going in. You want a deep smoke. You want the 2 incendiaries, 1 close to the smoke, 1 in front of the smoke. So if they try to run through the smoke, they get burned alive, and then the AWPer just has to clear out the close angles in case they just somehow manage to squeak through, and then that's it. Then you have Banana as a CTs, and it's kind of foolproof in that sense. So then you can just like leave a guy there, and then Simple can rotate back to it. Or there's like so many different ways that they can actually play it. So that's actually why we were being critical about them in the first place, because they were just being so vanilla. They weren't doing any of this stuff. But now they've actually started to switch it up. So yeah, I honestly, I'm at a loss for how Virtus.pro could actually approach the situation. I guess if I was in their shoes, I would probably just go with the rounds that I felt were strongest for my team instead of trying to counter strat too hard. I think that would probably be...
Just play from your playbook rather than trying to counter.
Yeah, I think that would be the way to approach it. But they are playing double AWP, so on this map. One of the best ways to shut that down is by the good use of grenades, like smokes and stuff, like not playing a pick-based game style, not trying to out-angel them, so especially if it's Simple. So I would at least expect them to think, okay, let's try not to win these one-on-one AWPs against Simple, at least. But I don't know, it's going to be interesting. We are ready. We're jumping back in, so we're about to find out exactly the approach Virtus.pro are going to take here, because they need 2 rounds on the T side. They have shown that they haven't in 2 overtimes been able to get a single T round. Now they have to get 2 to stay in this.
Yeah, going back
3 to win it.
Going back to their 15 rounds on the T side to start things off, they actually won 66% of them, and they need that's what they need here. But they never faced that double AWP setup that Flipside have, and it's been very dangerous. But they've taken out Simple.
Yeah, big. Look at that. Swallow players 4 up Banana, so they're brute forcing it there, and that's gonna give them the advantage they need. So they might. Okay, so now they're kind of working on potentially what could be round number 1. They have an advantage. Virtus.pro have an advantage here, and they don't know whether Flipside are going to gamble here and do this, play 3 on B, or whether they're going to play 2 to a site, and maybe play like 2 quad side and 2 on the site itself. That's a typical way, that's a typical response. But flashing in Markelov, perfectly done by Flipside there. Now they have the info and a frag, so they've evened it up now, and now they can go to the 2-man setup on each site and be more comfortable. So I love that from them. That's something you need. Sometimes you need to, when you go behind opposing team takes an advantage, you want to take a risk to try to equalize that. And that's what they did well there. But now Virtus.pro, enough messing around, going to be in here, but the spray down coming in from Bondic at the back is eliminated after only one frag, but Virtus.pro now on a 2-on-2. They have themselves, okay, 2-on-1 now. Looks like a great frag there from Worldedit. Bomb picked up by Bialy, looking potentially for an extra peek before the plant, but he is going to get it down now. And this is the problem. Worldedit in on top of him, and now that's it. Now they can't put a foot wrong. Now the best they can do is another overtime. That's the best that they can do now.
It was a great start for them as well. Just getting rid of Simple, it gave them so much hope in that round and so much to think about. On the flip side, they played it well. They rotated the men over, forced the aggression from Virtus.pro. Markelov evened things out and got the intel that they needed. Forced VP to go back towards the A site where they were ready and waiting.
And where is Simple now? He's going to go for, the fast balcony play. Oh, he's getting stuck. He got the flash.
Yeah.
Causing him to get stuck, so he can't get the super fast timing. He's going to go for it anyway, though. And he might even just get the kill because he's Simple. And this is a very hard position. This is basically where JW lives on this map sometimes.
Yeah.
Is in Boiler, which is an unorthodox area because you have so many close range engagements with the AWP. But if you're a great AWPer, you can pull it off, and Simple is pushed out. So that's a small victory there for Virtus.pro. He's on 15 HP now, but he's not dead.
Yep,
so.
and they don't know where he's fallen back to. Pasha looking to try and find him with this AWP blade. He's going to spot one player. Tags down to 81. Couldn't react in time to that. As they're still committing 2 players to this site. Blade may rotate over towards A once they see more smokes and flashes in. Worldedit holding that angle over at A. Pasha getting taken down by Simple, even on 15 HP, he's causing trouble, but they are going to hit this B bomb site. Blade counter smokes and counter flashes through. Markelov, again, this is one of the boosts where you can only really use it once. He's going to spot one player. They trade 2 for 1 in favor of Virtus.pro. We're 3 versus 3, 3 on 1, sorry, on this site. And now they need to hold strong. Simple, 15 HP, but he's effective from range. We know that. He's going to have to wait for Bondic in order to come round from Banana before he pushes anywhere near this site. He's smoked off, he throws the flash banging. That's not going to affect any of the players though. He's looking all around the back of the site. Neo finding the frag only just onto Bondic. Bomb's ticking down. There it goes. Simple.
Oh my god, what just happened there? I have no idea what just happened there. Either way, 15 frag, whatever. Okay, so Virtus.pro, they pick up 1. Now
Final round.
Now they just have to pick up the last one, and they can play overtime number 4. Even though it says 2, for some reason it counts as 0.
Yeah, OT 0, OT 1.
Which I think is silly. But this could be huge.
Oh, Simple. Gonna get one. Not able to find the second just yet, but Bialy won't expect the second player there as Markelov creeps out. Gonna throw the grenade as well. Gonna do a lot of damage to these players. Markelov does take 46 back though, and now an injured Virtus.pro. They're going to try and go towards this A-bomb site. They're going to see some smoke at the top. Still a minute on the clock. They have grenades available to them. Pasha looking for the frag. It's going to be another nade now onto Neo, down to 31 HP. He's going hunting, gets taken down by Worldedit. Just 2 members remain against 4. As the rotation is going to start to surround these Virtus.pro players. Pasha looking for this frag. Can't find anything. Looking to the left, there is Blade there, ready and waiting. Switches to his P250 at the wrong time. And Flipside take this second map, 25-23. And we're going to nuke.
Yeah, we have a nuke coming up now because Flipside somehow managed to turn that game around. That's pretty amazing.
Done.
I don't have words.
Done.
I don't do words. But that was amazing. So really good job from them to get the comeback going. We are going to move on to nuke, and that means we're going to be a little bit behind schedule because I think we've got 30 minutes until we are scheduled to start Virtus.pro and TSM. But that's fine because Virtus.pro are one of the 2 teams, right?
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, so we will take a very brief break whilst we set up the next map. Stay with us here. You're watching Star Series on Faceit TV. I'm DDK. This is Hoss. See you after the break.